Hi guys, FrostFangs here, and welcome back once again, of course, to another Paladins video on Season 3. Finally, it feels like it's been ages since I made videos on Season 3. The PTS ones were only like 2 weeks ago, but that little mid-section there always feels like it goes on for way longer than it should. I kind of wish the PTS would just end. It would go straight into live and it would carry stuff over, but I understand why they don't do that. Either way, Tiberius is out. We're not covering him today. Today's video is going to be focused on Grover. I've decided that I'm not going to be doing a Tiberius video just yet. I might hold off for like a week or something and see where he ends up placing him. So yeah, I'm basically just going to be continuing on with the list and covering the stuff that I didn't get a chance to get to in the PTS, and Grover is right at the top of that list. He's got a decent amount of nerfs, but also some buffs, so we'll go through those real quick and then I'll show you the new loadouts I've got for him, which are pretty damn different. Basically, all of the characters other than a couple have pretty revised loadouts, which I will have to go through at some point whenever I make videos on them, obviously. But yeah, it's definitely the biggest patch we've had in a really, really long time, so let's go through what Grover's had changed. I think Rampant Blooming was the first thing that got pulled down. It's right at the top of the patch notes. It went from 450 over 3 seconds to 300, so they just pulled it down from 150 per tick to 100. Deep Roots also got a small buff from 20 units to 22 units. Not really sure why I decided to do that, but it should feel a lot better. I haven't actually tried this. I have played a Season 3 already. I played a couple matches with a few other characters, but I haven't actually played Grover, so this will be my first experience with it. But other than the changes to his talents, he's also had his Vine and his Q changed. His Q went from 900 to 750. You may think these changes, like his heals and stuff, are a little bit too much, but keep in mind, Quarter Eyes is being pulled down to like 75% at max, so overall healers feel really, really strong at the moment. Healers and tanks feel kind of crazy at the moment in this patch, which I feel like is somewhat of the inverse, maybe, of what they were trying to do. I don't know, but the matches I've had so far on the BTS have been super long. They did change his F. It still works the same. They've just made it so that you can't actually use it and not grab something, so it just doesn't let you use the F. It's got like a marker and stuff now, so when you look, you can actually cast it and then it will pull you instead of you just kind of throwing your F out there and hoping the wall is close enough. So that's a really, really good change. Glad they decided to do that. That's pretty much it for his base kit, other than Blossom's range also being increased from 60 to 80, which is a pretty damn nice buff. But at the same time, the card that you usually go for, Verdant Expanse, which was in pretty much every loadout for Grover before, has been nerfed pretty substantially. But I think overall he's not really that much worse off. If you do still max out this card like you did in the loadouts before this patch, I think the radius on the Q is basically the same, but you can also now kind of get away without running the card. Other than that, Perennial was pulled down from 0.5 to 0.4. Fatalis, which is a word I haven't said in ages, has been changed to a completely different card. It didn't work anything like this before, but now it actually works in a way that I think a lot of people are going to run it, and it's making it so that you reduce the cooldown of your Q when you hit your right click. I think that's a great idea. It gives more space for like hybrid Grover to be a thing that people actually run. I think it used to be like a movement speed buff when you landed the right click, and I didn't really see anybody rock that, so I do think that change is particularly good. And then Heavenly Agility was changed from a card that speeds up your F, like the pull speed, again another card that I didn't really see anybody run, and now it is a shield when you use your F. They surprisingly didn't touch the damage reduction. The movement speed was nerfed kind of recently, so I get why they didn't touch that. But overall, I think Grover is in a really good spot, which is why I wanted to make this video, because I didn't get a chance to cover it on the BTS, and these are the two loadouts we've got. We've got one that is slightly less towards the right click, and the other one which has got Fatalis and then chop down 4 on each, whereas in the other one it's 3 and 2. The two loadouts though are still basically the same. We've got Adrenaline to give us a reset when we get an elimination. We've got Perennial to reduce the cooldown of the Q straight off the bat. We've got the new Fatalis, which reduces the cooldown of our Q when we land our right click, and then we're also reducing the cooldown of said right click. And then the most important card in the loadout, which used to be like a variant, because I used to have 3 different loadouts for Grover, is damage reduction at 4, which gives you nearly 25% for 4 seconds after you use the Q. If I was to guess anything, I'm probably going to guess that this card is probably going to be nerfed sometime soon, because it's probably going to be most loadouts for Grover, considering they kind of nerfed the range and they nerfed a bunch of other stuff that was kind of popular. So there we go, that's Grover. Let's just jump into a game. I have a crap ton of stuff I want to cover, so if you have anything you want to see me prioritize, just drop me a comment, hit a like on the video, and I'll try and get them out as soon as I can, because I'm obviously still aiming for the 1 video a day, so it's kind of tough to prioritize and decide what I actually want to cover before I cover other stuff. So just let me know in the comments what you want to see me do, and let's just jump into a game. I feel like this has been a long intro. Right, well, it looks like for game 1 we've got Siege Jaguar Falls, we've got a Mave, we've got a Barak, a Tiberius, and a Buck. People did just use boosters, so maybe I should switch up the skin. I guess I should show off the new one. I didn't even think about that. I forgot Grover even got a skin, to be honest. That's really bad of me. I haven't even tried this one in game yet, so this is also going to be my first time with the skin. Honestly, I nearly forgot that I didn't even cover the Grover skin, but on the enemy team we're up against a Mave, a Nando, another Tiberius, another Grover, and a Furious. So kind of similar teams here, honestly. Nando v Barak, and then Mave v Mave, Grover v Grover, Tiberius v Tiberius, and then we have a Buck, whereas they have a Furious. So very, very similar teams here. A little bit weird, actually. Alright, well, for talent, I'm probably going to go for Deep Root. It makes the most sense in this situation. It does counter quite a few of them. We've got Cat Burglar, Bulk Up, Arctic Trunks, and Tigran's Fury up against Cat Burglar, Scorch, Rampant Blooming, and Cherish. Hello, Tiberius. What's poppin', my guy? I haven't really had a good chance to even look at the effects on this skin just yet, but there he goes. We'll go ahead and use the F. As you can see, new indicator and stuff. It's kind of pretty. There is a root. Let's see if we can maybe get that freaking Fury at the back. I wasn't able to because freaking Nando just blocked my stuff. There is a Q. We'll get a root on him. Just going to wiggle back a little bit. He is out. Nice. I'm just going to go ahead and pop the Q. I don't think they touched his passive heal, so that's that's still the same. There goes Furia. Hello, Grover. There is my Q. Let's also get rid of the Mave. That is a triple, although Buck got one of those. Nice, we'll pop the Q. I wish I could go into 3P to show these effects off, which I can't do anymore because 3P was removed, just in case you didn't freaking know about that already. I understand why they did it, but it's still kind of sucky because I actually can't show off skins and stuff, and also a lot of people in casual do genuinely play in 3P, which is something they can't really do anymore. And also the new VGS, I know a lot of people don't like that, which I can also still understand. I understand why they changed it, and I understand why a lot of people don't like it. Let's pop the ult, see if we can keep these guys full. I just did that really to save the Buck there. I still got stunned. I can't believe I walked into that, but we are still alive. There is the Q. Sadly, he's gone. Oh no, Barrack's still up. I thought he actually died there. He's still up. There's a right click, get a root or two. I'm going to see if I can F away, I guess. That feels kind of weird to play in Season 3. I don't even really know how to describe it. Just so much stuff has changed from like the last update that it feels just kind of foreign to me a little bit. But there goes Tiberius. Nice, we'll pop the Q. Let's see if we can get rid of this Grover as well. There's a root for him. Didn't bounce to the Mave, but that is fine. Don't really know what I was doing with my accuracy there. We'll just keep throwing some shots. There goes Mave. We'll pop the Q. He's pulling up the shield. I reckon we're going to get this push. I don't see him being able to hold it because it is just this Nando and the Furia. There's a root. There's a Q. He should be gone here any second. I'm going to just pop the ult to make sure these two dudes don't die there. Grover did the exact same play. Hello, Tiberius. There is a root that counters you very, very hard. We've got a bit of reset. There's a root which didn't work because of his shield. We're going to lose this. I really hope not. It is just the Nando who's popped his ult and the Furia is already gone. We should have it. There we go. I'm pretty sure we got it. Nando finally died, and there is the 2-0 under 5 minutes. It seems like they didn't fix the counter bug. I had this in my game before I recorded. Right at the top, it just gets rid of the timer for some reason whenever you finish a round. I don't know really what causes it, but it's a little bit weird. I guess I should show you an inspect with this. It's got some really, really pretty effects. So I don't know if it's my favorite Grover skin. I can't see it in third person, which sucks. It definitely makes you more obvious to see though, because I'm like bright white, whereas Grover usually blends in a little bit. Now I definitely don't. The Q is pretty. The right click is kind of pretty. It's subtle. They're not loud effects or anything. They're just kind of like mystical forest effects, I guess would be the way to describe it. Do I get morale boost or what do I go for? I went for Haven and Kronos. I guess I could get morale boost. There, guys, going for it, so it kind of makes sense. I just bought Master Riding. I'm an absolute idiot. I don't think they even moved the position of those two, and yet I managed to mess that up. I'm so smart. Let's pop the Q. I got hit by that stun. I literally walked into it. I'm going to just F away real quick. I kind of deserve to die here, honestly. Yeah, that's completely my fault. That was an ass play. But we lost the objective. We didn't even really get that much of a chance to run in. The freaking recovery mechanic in full effect. I did nearly die there too. Mave and the Nando will throw a root through. There we go. It's like a 3-man root. They did increase the range a little bit, but I doubt I'm even really going to be able to notice that in this match because of the map we're on. Did try and root the Tiberius there, but missed. He is still gone. I did nearly die there, though. Seems like we're doing pretty well at holding this so far, trying to keep this Tiberius alive and also get rid of this Mave. I could have rooted her. I don't know why I didn't. Shall I F in onto the Furia? Sure, it's going on the Furia. Left click just didn't land. I didn't think that was still in the game, but apparently that is a bug that exists where if you throw the left click and kind of hit your right click at the same time, it will cancel out your left click for seemingly no reason. There were a bunch of bugs that they did fix, so props to them for that, but there's also a ton more that they didn't. Do I pop the ult here or do I not go for it? I'm going to go for it just to keep these two guys alive. I think they even ran in on us there, but I did fully heal them, so I guess it was kind of worth. That was a pretty good route. That should have got us the kill there. That was a pretty good one. That is Grover going for the ult. There's the Q route of the Nando. Nice. He's actually nearly dead here. I'll just keep throwing out some axes and stuff. This is working. There's a Q. Tiberius is over there. Oh, what a freaking shot. There we go. Throw another Q. Kind of mental getting the reset and stuff on my right click now. It's honestly feeling pretty good to play Grover. I'm obviously healing for a little bit less. They're also not like anti-healing me as much, so it kind of feels pretty much the same, except I'm getting a little bit of extra reset. There is a route for you guys. There's a Q. Nando's probably going to push in on me here or not. Did I Barrack die or is he still up? He's still up. These two dudes are kind of low. There is a Q. Nice. Let's throw a hit and a root. Never mind, I just rooted the Grover. If I can have more than like 50k heals and like 25k damage, I'll be fine, and I reckon I'm going to get that pretty easily. That's kind of like the minimum I'm going to set myself for this match. That is Mave running in. I'm going to F myself kind of just like 2 millimeters forward apparently. Definitely doing quite a bit better now that I'm a little bit more used to playing Grover. Obviously the start of matches is always a bit awkward for me. We'll go ahead and grab Kronos. Honestly, I'm kind of stuck on what item to buy. Kind of wish I didn't goddamn buy freaking Master Riding for no reason because I misclicked it. Oh, you're running in. For some reason I thought you were a friendly, which you're definitely not. My awareness today is so bad. For some reason my brain just didn't register that those were two enemies running in to try and goddamn kill me. Although we're seemingly getting the point back. Just got like 45% of it on his own. I did lose like my 10 plus streak, but at the same time, props to Barrack for capping 45% of it. We did just get a bunch of damage down the freaking line there. There's another hit. I'm landing. I don't know how I'm actually getting these. Barrack did just die. Let's get a root on him. There we go. Maybe we can get rid of him. There's the objective lost. I wouldn't have been able to get there in time anyway. There goes Grover. I'm dead to Tiberius. He managed to slip a shot there between the two freaking friendlies who were kind of trying to block me. Do I get more Haven? Sure. That's Mave going for an ult. There's a root and a hit on Mave and another hit to follow it up, obviously. We'll pop the Q, get rid of Grover. Cool, let's get rid of Tiberius. I'm going to pop the ult. That's probably a bad idea. He's emoting. I don't know why. I'm a little bit confused, but there they go. Is he emoting because I ulted or was he emoting before I ulted? I don't know, but what I was trying to say before I think I actually cut myself off is that match is definitely going a lot longer now. Since obviously counterplay and stuff is like toned down, it's just a little bit harder to actually go through people, and burst is kind kind of toned down a little bit. Matches just kind of go on a little bit longer. Can I get the root? Oh, I can. That should be a free Maeve kill, but she's somehow out of there. Was that Tiberius just standing still? I don't really know what just happened. There is a root at the back. That is a 3-man root. I'm going to F myself. Just going to slowly retreat here. There's a root thrown at the back. There's a Q. Did I keep him alive? I did, and I also got a little bit of damage at the back. I feel like I'm actually doing more damage than I am healing sometimes, but there's another Q. We should be able to get rid of the Grover. There is my Q. Did I say Q there before? I think I meant right click, but there's a root. Don't know if I hit him or if I'm hitting a shield here. I think I'm hitting him though. I'm hitting something for 500. There is a root from again. It's got a shield in the way, but there's a 3-man root. Nice. There's a Q for you back. Hello, Maeve. I'm totally dead here. Maybe I can get away. There's a root. I'm actually still up. There is a Q. Okay. Tiberius is like dashing around and stuff, but I doubt he's really going to be able to do very much here, and I'm not going to dive in for no reason, although Buck's on it though. I don't know if we'll still have this. Maeve is here. I'm holding it as well. I'm going to just pull back again. There's a defense fail. There's nothing I could really do. Pretty sure this Nando recognizes me though, because he's emoting there again. I feel like I should have just stayed on there and used my ult, because Barak just ran in, but seems like the rest of the team other than Tiberius is saving it, so I guess we'll see if we can get this 3-3, or I guess I mean 4-3, because we're already on 3-3. I really wish I didn't buy Master right now. That's just annoying because I freaking misclicked it, because I double tapped it thinking it was a morale boost, even though it very clearly isn't. Anyway, here we go. Last round. That is Maeve going for an ult. Her sound effect on that skin is quite quiet. Tiberius is nearly gone. Did try and get rid of her. Should be able to get rid of this Grover though. He is totally gone. Yeah, any second. Any second. Oh my god, this is taking forever. There's a my Q. I'm going to go for an ult as well, just to keep this Buck alive. Nando went for it for some reason. You know, Barak is just sitting on the point. That's kind of the reason why I'm fine using my ult here, because he's just sitting over there. It's not really doing very much other than hold it. I just got freaking caught by a Fury Beam. That wasn't even aimed at me. I just F myself over into the beam. Maeve is versus Maeve here. I think Barak is trying to run away. Maeve is probably going to die. That is freaking all of us out. Don't know if we're going to be able to get there in time, but I guess we might give it an effort. I did land that root. There is a Q. 84%. I'm just throwing out shots kind of into the abyss, hoping I do hit people. That was a pretty good route. We're going to be able to run in there on time. There goes 2 of them. I got stunned again. That Fury Beam has been a pain in the ass. I also wasn't able to grab properly there for some reason. There is a Q. I think I grabbed onto a teammate. I didn't even realize that was something I could do all the time. He's just going for an emo, and there is the, I guess, counter capture. I guess we can do like a little cheeky emote on here. There we go. Honestly thought we were going to lose that, but we managed to come back in. The overtime BS kind of worked in my favor there. I don't feel like we should have been able to trigger the overtime, because I don't think anybody was on it. Wasn't really able to properly tell though, but Tiberius is the man with top play. He Fs himself in. This is literally the play right at the end. He just gets some shots on Tiberius. He also gets rid of the Maeve. He gets rid of the Grover, and then I think he also gets rid of this Fury. I think he missed a couple shots there, but he does get an assist, and then he gets rid of Nando. That was at least like a triple with 2 assists. Fair enough. Well, it seems like the end screen is just completely busted. Apparently Buck and also Grover, Barak, and obviously Tiberius are all best damage apparently, and they all have 10,822 for some reason. I don't think anybody even had that damage number there. What is going on with Paladins? What the hell is this screen I'm looking at? And why is Tiberius still miniature sized? He is not smaller than Barak. Don't really know how nobody noticed that during the PTS, that he's literally miniature sized. Obviously it's not as important as like the more serious issues that were kind of like semi-game breaking and stuff, but still it looks really silly that the new character is like actually tiny for some reason. If we go through the stats though, I did a really good job. I actually had top damage apparently. We did technically have the least amount of healing out of the healers, but somehow I ended up with highest damage that match. I don't know if that damage number is wrong. I don't think it is. I did kind of pay a lot of attention to damage that game, but the fact that we beat everybody out there and we also had 100k on both stats is a little bit mental, and I'm quite happy about that. If you go through the stats though on everybody else, Maeve didn't do great. 67k is pretty damn low for that match. Tiberius didn't do crazy as well. Buck did pretty damn good though. 16803k I'd say. Maeve didn't do great. Tiberius did a bit better than her, and then Buck did a bit better than him, and then Barak also did pretty good. He was playing the point and stuff. He has pretty decent damage considering how much he was actually interacting with the enemy team, because a lot of the time that he was just sitting with nothing to do, so kind of makes sense that he doesn't have a crazy high damage number. He did play well though. On their side, Fury did a pretty good job. Nando did a really good job. He got a pretty significant buff at this patch. He did really need one, but I don't know if he was calling me out or not, because the lobby chat didn't load, so just in case he was, shout outs to Aiko. He was emoting a lot around me, so I'm just going to assume that he was. Obviously can't really tell for sure. That Tiberius also didn't do great, which is kind of understandable. He's the new character and stuff. Grover did a really good job. Didn't come anywhere near us in damage, but did beat us out by like 30k on heals. And then finally Maeve, who I guess did pretty standard for that match. We'll go ahead and I guess queue for another one, or maybe not, because apparently I've been disconnected. Has it literally just crashed again? The servers are currently under maintenance. Yeah, I guess I'll end the video here. I'd usually do another match, but I think that first one was probably long enough to be fine for a video. It was like, what, 20 minutes or something? So I reckon it's probably fine. When I cut it down, it'll be like 10, 15 or something. I don't really know. And yeah, we did a pretty good job of showing off the new Grover, so I feel like it's fine. I had like 100k plus damage and 100k plus heals. It really doesn't get all that much better than that. It does show off also very well that the games are going quite a bit longer now. So yeah, thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Of course, let me know what you want to see me do next. Feels kind of weird ending the video on the server's maintenance screen, but yeah, I'll see you guys all really soon. And as always, stay frosty. It just disappeared, but if I hit reconnect, it's not going to let me in. Watch. No, servers are under maintenance. For some reason, the message doesn't stay there for the whole time, but see you guys soon. Have a good one.